Last time we read about how the Buddha practices the extreme austerities, and the Buddha's conclusion was, I have not attained any superhuman distinction in knowledge and vision worthy of the noble ones. Then the Buddha tried another path. Could there be another path to enlightenment? And then Sister Simple read this paragraph 31, where the Buddha, sitting in the cool shade of a rose apple tree, secluded from sensual pleasures, the Buddha entered and dwelt in the first jhana. Following that memory, the Buddha thought, this is indeed the path to enlightenment, the path of concentration. Number 32, I thought, why am I afraid of that happiness that has nothing to do with sensual pleasures and unwholesome states? I thought, I am not afraid of that happiness that has nothing to do with sensual pleasures and unwholesome states. 33, I considered it is not easy to attain that happiness with a body so excessively emaciated. Suppose I ate some solid food, some boiled rice and porridge, and I ate some solid food, some boiled rice and porridge. Now at that time, 5 monks were waiting upon me, thinking, if our ascetic Gautama achieves some higher state, he will inform us. But when I ate the boiled rice and porridge, the 5 monks were disgusted, left me, thinking, the ascetic Gautama now lives luxuriously. He has given up his striving and reverted to luxury. So these 5 monks were the monks who initially practiced the same extreme austerities with the Buddha. So that's why when the Buddha had the rice and porridge, they were disappointed. Here, the wording is pretty strong. Disgusted, left the Buddha. I'll continue one more paragraph, 24. Now when I had eaten solid food and regained my strength, then secluded from sensual pleasures, secluded from unwholesome states, I entered and dwelt in the first jhana, which is accompanied by thought and examination, with rapture and happiness born of seclusion. But such pleasant feelings that arose in me did not invade my mind and remain. Footnotes number 19. This sentence answers the first of the 2 questions posed by Sachaka in number 11. This passage shows a change in the Bodhisattva's evaluation of pleasure. When pleasure arises from seclusion and detachment, it is no longer to be feared and banished by the practice of austerities, but becomes an adjunct of the higher stages along the path to enlightenment. Okay, these few passages are stop passages for the concentration for the jhana stages. Let's continue with number 35. Sister Choi Kwon, would you like to read?
35. With the subsiding of thought and examination, I entered and dwelt in the second jhana, which has internal confidence and unification of mind, is without thought and examination, and has rapture and happiness born of concentration. But such pleasant feeling that arose in me did not invade my mind and remain.
Thanks, Sister Chekwan. This is after the first jhana, then the Buddha entered the second jhana. And Sister Shomi, would you like to read number 36?
36. With the fading away as well of rapture, I dwelled equanimous and mindful and clearly comprehending. I experienced happiness with the body. I entered and dwelt in the third jhana, of which the noble ones declare, he is equanimous, mindful, one who dwells happily. But such pleasant feeling that arose in me did not invade my mind and remain.
Thanks, Sister Shomi. After the second jhana, the Buddha entered the third jhana. And number 37, Sister Billy.
With the abandoning of pleasure and pain, and with the previous passing away of joy and displeasure, I entered and dwelt in the fourth jhana, which is neither painful nor pleasant, and includes the purification of mindfulness by equanimity. But such pleasant feeling that arose in me did not invade my mind and remain.
Thanks, Sister Billy. Finally, after the third jhana, the Buddha entered and dwelt in the fourth jhana. We have read this previously in the Noble Eightfold Path too. Same stop as it is. Probably slightly different wordings because as time goes, Bhikkhu Bodhi's understanding of the Pali language also evolves. So he updated his translation accordingly. Okay, I will continue with number 38. When my mind was thus concentrated, purified, bright, unblemished, rid of imperfection, malleable, wieldy, steady, and attained to imperturbability, I directed it to knowledge of the recollection of past lives. I recollected my manifold past lives, that is, 1 birth, 2 births, 3 births, 4 births, 5 births, 10 births, 20 births, 30 births, 40 births, 50 births, 100 births, 1,000 births, 100,000 births, many eons of world contraction, many eons of world expansion, many years of world contraction and expansion. There I was so named of such a clan, with such an appearance, such was my nutriment, such my experience of pleasure and pain, such my lifespan and passing away from there. I was reborn elsewhere, and there too I was so named of such a clan with such an appearance, such was my nutriment, such my experience of pleasure and pain, such my lifespan, and passing away from there, I was reborn here. Thus, with the aspects and particulars, I recollected my manifold past lives. Okay, so this is the first true knowledge, the recollection of manifold past lives. Let me highlight this. Number 39, Sister Chaipan, would you like to read? Oops.
39. This was the first true knowledge attained by me in the first watch of the night. Ignorance was banished, and true knowledge arose. Darkness was banished, and light arose, as happens in one who dwells diligent, ardent, and resolute. But such pleasant feeling that arose in me did not invade my mind and remain.
Okay, thanks, Sister Chakun. Yeah, if you recall, the title of the sutta is the three true knowledges. So this is the first true knowledge about the recollection of past lives. Number 40, Sister Shomi, would you like to read?
When my mind was thus concentrated, purified, bright, unblemished, rid of imperfection, malleable, wieldy, steady, and attain to imperturbability, I directed it to the knowledge of the passing away and rebirth of beings. With the divine eye, which is purified and surpasses the human, I saw beings pass away and being reborn, inferior and superior, beautiful and ugly, fortunate and unfortunate, and I understood how beings fare on according to their actions thus. These beings who behave wrongly by body, speech, and mind, who reviled the noble ones, held wrong view, and undertook actions based on wrong view, with the breakup of the body after death, have been reborn in a state of misery, in a bad destination, in the lower world, in hell. But these beings who behave well by body, speech, and mind, who did not revile the noble ones, who held right view and undertook action based on right view with the breakup of the body after death, have been reborn in a good destination, in a heavenly world. Thus, with the divine eye, which is purified and surpasses the human, I saw beings passing away and being reborn, inferior and superior, beautiful and ugly, fortunate and unfortunate. And I understood how beings fare on according to their actions.
Thanks, Sister Shomi. Are you okay, Sister Shomi? It seems like.
Yeah, it's what is this post-COVID cough that I have in the mornings? Yeah.
Okay. Okay, hope you recover soon. Okay, so this is the second true knowledge. What was this second true knowledge about? It's about the divine eye. What does the divine eye do? Here, with the divine eye, the Buddha can see beings passing away, being reborn, inferior and superior, beautiful, ugly, fortunate, unfortunate, and here, more importantly, the Buddha knows how beings reborn according to their actions. So in summary, when you do bad stuff, when you have wrong view, after death, with the breakup of the body, will be reborn in bad destination. If you do the opposite, if you have right view, if you do wholesome actions, after death, with the breakup of the body, will be reborn in a good destination in heavenly world. Number 41, Sister Billy, would you like to read?
This was the second true knowledge attained by me in the middle watch of the night. Ignorance was banished and true knowledge arose. Darkness was banished and light arose. And this happens in one who dwells diligent, ardent, and resolute. But such pleasant feeling that arose in me did not invade my mind and remain.
Can you continue one more paragraph?
Yeah, sure. When my mind was thus concentrated, purified, bright, unblemished, rid of imperfection, malleable, wieldy, steady, and attained to imperturbability, I directed it to knowledge of the destruction of the taints. I directly knew as it actually is. This is suffering. This is the origin of suffering. This is the cessation of suffering. This is the way leading to the cessation of suffering. I directly knew as it actually is. These are the taints. This is the origin of the taints. This is the cessation of the taints. This is the way leading to the cessation of the taints.
Thanks, Sister Billy.
Thank you.
Okay, I will continue. We'll finish this sutta by today. 43. When I knew and saw thus, my mind was liberated from the taint of sensual desire, from the taint of existence, and from the taint of ignorance. When it was liberated, there came the knowledge. It is liberated. I directly knew. Birth is destroyed. The spiritual life has been lived. What had to be done has been done. There's no more coming back to any state of being. This was the third true knowledge attained by me in the last watch of the night. Ignorance was banished, and true knowledge arose. Darkness was banished, and light arose, as happens in one who dwells diligent, ardent, and resolute. But such pleasant feeling that arose in me did not invade my mind and remain. Taken from Majjhima Nikaya 36, Mahasachaka Sutta. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So the title of the sutta is the three true knowledge, and these are the three true knowledges. The first one, the recollection of past life. The second one is divine eye, and this one, the third one, is destruction of taints. Knowledge of the destruction of the taints. Firstly, it's about the Four Noble Truths. This is suffering, the origin of suffering, cessation of suffering, and the way leading to the cessation of suffering. And the Buddha directly knew it, directly realized it. And then, second one, the Buddha directly knew these are the taints, origin, cessation, and leading, the way leading to the cessation of the taints. What exactly are the taints? Here, it mentioned the taint of sensual desire, the taint of existence, and the taint of ignorance. When it was liberated, and then there came the knowledge, it is liberated. This is where when the Buddha attained enlightenment with this very common stock passage. Birth is destroyed, spiritual life has been lived. What had to be done has been done. There's no more coming back to any state of being. And this concludes this sutta, the three true knowledges. Anything to add here? Any questions or comments? If not, we can end here. Next time, we will continue with this sutta, the ancient city. Let's do a dedication. 愿消三障诸烦恼，愿得智慧真明了，普愿罪障悉消除，学是常行菩萨道。阿弥陀佛。Till we meet again, may we be guided by the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Have a painless Monday ahead. Thanks everyone for participating. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.